Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm just going to be doing a makeup look, which is this. I'm no way a makeup artist or anything like that, but I just like doing makeup sometimes, and sometimes I feel like I'll film a look. So yeah, that's what I've done. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so I've already started off by moisturising and priming my face. The first thing I would do is my eyebrows. So I sort of just brush them through with a plain spoolie. And then I actually just use the Collection Brow Kit in Blonde, the shade Blonde. And then I just use the Zoeva brow line brush. And I just go in and just use the middle shade, as you can see. The only one I use. I just sort of follow the shape and just neaten it up a bit. I get a bit closer so you can actually try and see what I'm doing. So I just mainly focus on the sort of outer edges, but it's just to neaten it up, so just like that. But I'd say that's all right. And then I use this all rubbed off, but it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow, and I sort of brush mine upwards. Okay, so then I know this is quite a controversial thing, but I do my eyeshadow before I do my face. So I always use a concealer to prime my eyes. The one I sort of just go for is the actual Collection 2000, and I just get the extra fair shade, but it's just their long lasting perfecting concealer. And I just sort of, I don't do it too neat, like I don't properly sculpt up my brow or anything, but I just blob it on, and then I just use a flat headed brush and I just sort of spread it out a bit. Use my finger to sort of pat it in, blend it in, and it's just to hide up some of that veiny eyelid. Okay, so once that's done, I just take a random HDI, I've used loads of this, just like a sort of skin colour, and I just sort of set it slightly. This is just with any fluffy brush, this isn't a branded one, it's just a random one I had and found. So now on to eyeshadow, just with a brightish sort of bronzy colour. But I always start with my Zoeva defined crease brush, and I'm using the Violet Voss Bridal Dye palette, and I think I'm going to go in with the colour Leslie, which is right up here in the corner. It's just a very neutral colour, so it will just make a nice colour to blend everything into. And I'm going to take that sort of up onto my brow bone. So then is just down from Leslie's, that one there, it's just that slight bit darker. I like to gradually go darker, because sometimes if I go too much I can look a bit like I've got a bit punched in the eye. But this one, yeah, I'm not taking as high, I'm sort of going a bit over the lid in the crease, just building up that gradually darker. Okay, so then I'm going to go for a bit of a brighter colour. I think I'm going to go for Alice, which is that one there. It's just quite a bright orangey bronzy colour. As I said, I want to keep it fairly natural, something that you can wear every day. And I'm taking this on my just Zoeva Soft Diviner. It's just another sort of one of their fluffier brushes. And I'm going to go over the lid like this. I'm just going to sort of blend it a little bit upwards. I find this way it just makes it quite soft. And then I do gradually go up sort of over those colours I've already done, but it still just blends nicely. So then I'm just going to take a bit more on that brush, and I could use a flat brush for this, but I'm just going to use the brush I've already got and just pack it on a bit on the lid, just to make it more defined there, and blend it ever so slightly. And now I think I'm just going to go in with that first brush again and get Leslie again, a little bit on there, and just re-blend it to make sure it's not too harsh. I'm going to take the same brush that has the Alice shade on it, the bright one, and I'm just going to go under the lash line a bit There's normally already enough on your brush to do this, but if you wish to have more, obviously you can. And then I might, with that, just that little bit of Emma, that colour just there, putting that on my flat Zoeva brush. And I'm literally just right in the inner corner. Just going to fade it in slightly into about halfway into your lid. And that just lightens up your eye just a little bit. Obviously you don't have to do shimmer. I mean, I normally wouldn't, but I felt like just spicing it up, you know? And then I'm just going to take a bit and make sure it's like right on the inner corner bit here. Right in there. So then what I do, I mean obviously if you wanted to add eyeliner you can. I do like eyeliner, but sometimes I do just cheat and I just use black eyeshadow, which is what I might do today actually. And then I normally just get the brush and dab it along the lash line a bit to blend it. And now this is the hard bit where I have to try and match up the other side. So I'll probably do this bit like sort of off the camera. Okay, then after that I curl my lash just with any curler. I think these are literally from a random shop. And I always, before I then curl the other eye, put a coat of my mascara on. The mascara I use is They're Real by Benefit. I go between this and Face Bet and Sex. Just put a very thin layer on. This is when I'll, before I do the rest of my face, I'll just brush out. So as you can see, they go a bit hard and I just like them to look a little bit fluffier. So I just sort of give them a brush so they don't look too stuck, I suppose. Okay, so then we're done with the eyes for now. We're going to go in with the face. So as I said, I've already moisturised and primed with primer. I tend to use either Professional by Benefit or I use the Hangover one by Too Faced. My face, I just start off with foundation. This is just sort of my everyday foundation because I'm at my boyfriend's house, but for every day I just sort of use the Rimmel Match Perfection, and I use that in the shade Ivory because I am pale. I mean, I quite like the coverage of this. It's not sort of too much, it's not too cakey. It blends out quite nicely, doesn't really leave you with a line. And then what I do is I buff that out with my Zoeva Silk Finish brush. And I just sort of do it in all different types of movements. I know there's quite a lot of people that do their face before their eyes, but I've just never personally done that. I mean, if that's what you're used to, then cool. Do it that way around, but I like to be able to tidy up my eyes if anything goes wrong and not worrying about ruining my face makeup and then having to take it all off. And once I've buffed that out, I then get my beauty blender and literally just bounce over it all, just like so. I'm going to do now, I'm going to conceal. At the moment I've been using the Revolution Supersize Conceal and Define, and I use the shade C1, but I just put it under my eyes, around my nose because I get some redness there, sort of on my chin, a little bit on my nose, on the top of my nose, and then on my forehead. And then depends, if I'm in a rush I'll just use a concealer brush to sort of blend it out if I don't have time to get up and do my beauty blender, but I will try to use my beauty blender, blend it all out. I don't know if you can hear other people outside, maybe I should have shut the window. I sort of forgot to do that. Oh well, you live and you learn. Sometimes I'll go in with a bit of that extra fine that I put on my eyelid and I'll just do like a dab just to highlight those dark circles even more, because I hate dark circles. They are the bane of my life. Make me look like I'm half asleep all the time. I'm sure loads of us struggle with that, even though I sleep bloody more than you need to a day. Okay, and then to set my concealer, I use the Collection pressed powder, the shade Ivory, obviously. And I just use a Real Techniques, I don't know the technical name of this brush, but the powder brush, I suppose. And I just sort of, I dab it on so I don't move the makeup. And I only really set where I put the concealer, because I don't want to look too matte, you know. Okay, then after that, and this is when I sort of bronze contourish. I don't proper contour unless I'm going like out, but I tend to use the Zoeva Face Definer brush, which is like a fluffy brush but with a bit of a point. And I use a Hoola. This is just my mini one, my actual size one's at home. But yeah, I get that on the edges, and then I sort of just roughly, very gently go around my face just to get a bit of an extra shadow in the places like my cheekbones and stuff where I would like to have a bit more. So when I then bronze up my face, I take this big Real Techniques fluffy brush, and I probably will use Hoola, but sometimes I just use like a random, and this is a Rimmel one, like a big, just whatever colour bronzer you need. I do quite like Hoola, but so I'm just going to get that all in there. It's quite hard on such a small with a big brush, but you know, I manage. And then I sort of just like, you know, bronze up my face. I still get it on there, and then sort of go in and add. Okay, so there we are, bronzed done. As you sort of see, I just sort of bronze up all those areas I want to make myself look a bit more alive, a bit more brown. And then we're going to blush. So for blush, I use the NYX blushes. This is Soft Spoken, and then I just take it on a Zoeva cheek finish brush. Quite simple really, just where the cheekbone should be. I just sort of dab it in. I don't like to go too mad on the bronzer. I'm not much of a rosy person. And then before I do any highlight or anything, I actually like to spritz my face, so I'm just going to use the Mario Badescu Skincare Rose Water Spray, really out. And then for highlight, today I'm using MAC Soft and Gentle, the Mirrorless Skin Finish, and I use the Zoeva highlight brush. These brushes are just very basic. I'm literally using them for what they're called. I really like this highlighter. It's a very natural glowy highlighter. And then I go on I find setting your face a little bit before you go on with highlighter and things really helps your face not look so matte, and it also makes your highlighter going on a bit better. And then I actually use my highlighter in my like inner corners and beneath my brow bone as well, which is that done. But I mean, look at that glow. And then I go back to my eyes. Sometimes mix between the two, between the Better Than Sex mascara and the They're Real. Like now we'll go in with the Better Than Sex, only because they're both getting a bit low, so I just mix. But I just sort of put on another coat. I mean, obviously if you want to put on lashes you can, but I'm just quite lazy and I only put lashes on if I'm like going out. Okay, so now I put that coat on, I then just use the Benefit just to make sure they're all spread out, and then I just go over my bottom lashes. There we go. And now for lipstick, the NYX Lingerie. I'm just going to lip line with a slightly darker colour. I'm just going to use the MAC Whirl, I think it is. Yeah, MAC Whirl. That's that lip line up on. And then let's go in with the colour. This is quite a light pinky colour. I don't know about you, but I always think these NYX like lingerie liquid lips always look really weird when you put them on first. They're such a weird texture. I can hear a phone ringing. Then I'm just gonna finish with a final spritz. Ooh. Oh, look at that big blob on my forehead. Just dab that away. Sort my hair out. Thanks for watching. Well, I hope you all are staying safe and everything that's going on in the world right now. It is crazy. But yeah, hopefully we'll be out of all this soon and we'll be able to enjoy our lives and get back on with it. Stay safe. Love you all. Bye.